It's a bit frustrating. I'm upset. I'm sad. You know, it's tough because when you have such high expectations for the season and you don't meet those expectations with the caliber of players that we have, it's a bit frustrating, and that we've underperformed. Fortunately, we have each other at the end of the day, and we have to regroup at the end of the season after next game and reevaluate our performances and reevaluate ourselves, and really dig deep and figure out you know, what we can do better and how we can build the chemistry back and move forward. That's most important. So I'm sad, I'm upset, and I'm frustrated because I want to win, and I know we all do. And we've been trying to find the answer for the past few games, and we just kind of look around and can't quite figure it out. So that's what's upsetting, and we wanted to be in the top four. Obviously, everyone does, but we wanted to be there. We knew at the beginning of the season that we could be there with the players that we had and the mentality that we had. So I'm just upset at the result, especially at home in front of our fans tonight. So I know that the team's upset that we couldn't get the win. We all want to be here. We all want to win, and we have the mentality to win. We're just not performing out on the field, and that's all of us. And I think that's where the answer lies. I think we all need to just take a hard look at ourselves and figure out what we can do better for next season, and where we went wrong. And you know, it's never a failure, but you learn from your mistakes. And I think, you know, as a leader on this team, I really need to kind of dig deep and evaluate, you know, you know, where we want to be next year. And it just has to be better all around the field. It has to be better, and I know that these players are able to perform just incredible at an incredible level, and we've all played at the highest level for a very long time. We're all very experienced, so we have to just kind of find the answer within ourselves. I think that's where this lies, and you know, possibly fill a few more holes and maybe add to the team. Obviously, with World Cup, it's going to be tough with you know, 7 or 8 players away. So we're going to have to really think about that as well and keep that in mind for those 2 weeks that they're gone, or 3 weeks possibly, and how we're going to fill those spots as well. So we'll have to take a big look and dig deep and figure it out in the off season for sure. I think that we're given everything we were provided. I think it's just within us to go out on the field and perform the way we should. And unfortunately, we didn't reach our expectations. And so I think that's what we're all going to do in the off season. Take a bit of a break after this next game. Hopefully beat New Jersey, end on a high, and then reevaluate, you know, within ourselves, you know, what we need to do to come back, or even in the off season, what we need to work on individually as a team to just rebuild that chemistry and refocus for the next season. Because with these players, it's pretty unbelievable that we aren't in the top 4. So that's a bit frustrating, but I think that lies within us. You know, unfortunately, the past 2 games we've lost, so that, you know, kind of plays a bit of a role in going down 2-0. It's not fun at that point. Obviously, with the leadership we have, we immediately need to just keep our mentality, and we always assume we're going to come back and we're going to win. So that's something that's just, you know, built within us. But I think we did go down a little bit. You could see our team just kind of, you know, take a deep breath and try and figure out, okay, where's the problem? We got to solve it quickly so that we don't go down another goal. And how can we score in the attack, and how can we get that momentum back that we had at the very beginning of the game? So that's kind of how we think that process. We do have experienced players on the team that we don't immediately just all kind of drop down and give up. You know, that's never you know, what we do. I just think that it's tough. you know, when you go down 2-0, you got to quickly solve it and figure out where the issue lies, and then and it's on the go as well. So I think that maybe you know, there was a period in the game where we did have momentum again, but unfortunately they, you know, got that third goal, and yeah, it was tough to dig out of that in the last 15 minutes. Yeah, we do within each other. Yes, absolutely. We all get along. That wasn't an issue at all. I love this team a lot, and I think we have good chemistry. I think then it's just on the field, finding that. Off the field, it's no issue. On the field, I think it's getting, you know, building those relationships with each other, which I think, you know, maybe we didn't have the same lineup every game, which might have caused, you know, some problems within building relationships. And then some injuries, so then you have to switch out people, or you're resting people at different times during the season. So then you know, you're filling roles, and things change. So I don't know if, you know, that is an issue, but I think the consistency and maybe switching, you know, lineups and personnel, and that's always, you know, tough to build those types of relationships that you need to build with players around you. And you know, maybe that is something that we can build off of for next season. And but yeah, injuries didn't help, and you know, we've had to kind of rest players at certain times because of international duty. So you know, it's always tough to you know, find the same personnel every single game. But yeah, that's something that I think that can get better. So in the off season and building into preseason next year, we need to build that chemistry on the field, because that's really important. As you can see, the top 4 teams, you can see that they have that, and that's something that I think we were lacking a bit, and we can definitely fix. It's fixable, which is good.
Thank you, Allie.
Thank you.
Thank you, Allie.